Welcome back to our Machine Learning for Kids series. In our last lesson, we looked at the exciting future of machine learning and how it will shape the world around us. But today, we're talking about something just as important, the safety of data and how it can be misused. As computers and systems get smarter, they need more data to work. But what happens if that data isn't used safely? Let's dive into this critical topic. So what exactly is data safety? Every time you use an app, visit a website, or talk to a voice assistant, you're sharing data. It could be things like your name, your preferences, or even your location. Data is the information that helps machine learning systems learn and improve. But if this data is not protected or used responsibly, it can fall into the wrong hands, and that's where problems start. Imagine this. You use your phone to order food, and the app collects your delivery address. That's useful because the app needs to know where to send the food. But what if someone could access that information without permission? They'd know where you live. This is why protecting data is so important. It ensures that only the right people can see and use your information. Let's take a deeper look at how data can be misused. One common way is through data breaches. A data breach happens when unauthorized people gain access to a company's or system's data. This can lead to all kinds of problems, like identity theft or personal information being used in harmful ways. When hackers get hold of data, they can use it for bad purposes, like pretending to be someone they're not, or selling the information to other people. This is why companies that collect data need to use strong security measures to protect it. But it's not just about hackers. Sometimes data can be misused by the very systems that collect it. This is called data exploitation.
Let's say a social media platform collects information about what you like and who your friends are.
It might use that information to show you ads or suggest things you might like. That's not necessarily bad, but it becomes a problem when companies use your data in ways you don't know about or without your permission. It's important to understand how your data is being used so you can protect yourself. You might be wondering, how do we keep data safe? Well, one important way is through encryption. Encryption is like putting your data in a locked box that only the right person has the key to. When you send data online, like when you enter your password or credit card details, encryption makes sure that only the website or app you're sending it to can read it. This helps keep your data safe from hackers and other people who might want to steal it. Another way we protect data is by using passwords and two-factor authentication. You've probably been asked to create strong passwords that include a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols. That's because strong passwords are harder to guess. But what is two-factor authentication? It's when a system asks you to confirm your identity in two ways, usually by entering a password and then a code sent to your phone. This makes it even harder for someone to access your account. Now, what about companies? How do we make sure they are using data responsibly? Many countries have data protection laws in place to ensure companies follow strict rules about how they collect, store, and use data. These laws give you more control over your personal information. For example, in many places, you have the right to ask companies to delete your data if you don't want them to have it anymore. This is called the right to be forgotten. So what should we do as individuals to protect our own data? Be careful about the information you share online. Think twice before giving out personal details like your address or phone number unless it's absolutely necessary. Always use strong passwords and update them regularly. Turn on two-factor authentication whenever possible. Be aware of the privacy settings on apps and websites. You can control what information is shared and with whom. One final thing to remember is that your data is valuable. That's why it's so important to protect it and understand how it's being used. Machine learning and AI systems need data to work, but it's up to us to make sure our data is being used safely and responsibly. In our next lesson, we'll talk about something closely related: data bias. We'll learn how the data that machines are trained on can affect the way they make decisions and how biases can creep into AI systems. It's a fascinating and important topic, so don't miss it. If you're enjoying these lessons, make sure to subscribe now so you don't miss out on the next one. And don't forget to share this video with your friends to help them learn about data safety too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.